right, so what we got? We're going with the dynamic push press. I'm going to show you a couple of ways to progress up to doing it properly, safely, and then when you actually see it from this point of view, you actually see that it's very functional, and also it's a lot easier than it looks. All right, check it out. The first way I usually start people out with is really a single arm chest press on a slight incline. That's the best way to start out to understand and control how to use your core with your body the most basic way. Well, unless you talk about doing a machine chest press with a single arm. All right, so this is the first thing you do when you're going to lift this thing up is you got to bend your knees. You don't want to hurt your back trying to grab it. Next up, you don't need a lot of weight. So here we go. We're going to pick it up just like that. So we got it here. It's right in our chest for this first one. Now the first one, all you're going to do is just a squat and press. Just getting used to the weight. I squat down, I press, 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 just like that. Press. Once you get that down, next up, and it's just like, notice how I do. There's a couple of ways you can do it. If you want to break it down even easier than that, you squat first and then press. Good way to build strength. Squat first, press. I like a small squat. You're not trying to do a full squat. Now after that, you want to be more efficient. So that's the difference. You can build more, I guess, strength. I mean, I don't know. I think the more efficient way is the best way to build explosive power. The other way is better for control, because when I do this, I'm more efficient. So this is what we got. Next up, we're going to do a single arm dynamic press. So the way it goes is this. You get in a lunge stance. Keep your back straight. See how I got this kind of sits right in my shoulder. That's where I want it, right here, right? Okay, so now what you're doing is, you're actually, the first one is just a basic press. Learning how to control the weight. Push into the center line. Don't push out because you're outside of your base of support. It's gonna kill your shoulders. Keep it here while the muscles are coming up. When you push out, get your chest and triceps, get your core working in, hip flexors working in, bring it back. The back and biceps have to slow it down. So it's real nice. Pushing out. Good strength training. Now, when you want to get more explosive and more efficient, then you can throw your total body into it. So you're here. Push, explode up, exaggerate on explode. Just like that. Control, same thing, in the center of the body, but you want to be efficient, so don't lunge all the way down and come all the way up. That's not really that efficient. Now, if you want to make that a workout, that's fine. But if you're trying to be more efficient with the single arm dynamic press, then it's just here. Push it up, push it up, push it up. Going up with we're going to start working toward getting to the dynamic push press, the thing you've all been waiting on, yeah. So, we're working on that efficiency, and you're going to start to learn how to pass and alternate arms. So, I'm going to actually be in a squat stance, sitting back, pushing here, grab it with the other hand, come down. Push, just like that. Push. Push, just like that. Now as you get better, you want to kind of let it go, let that little explosiveness go. So you get up to the top, a light push. Just a little safer. But use those legs to lift. Using those legs to push that weight up. Don't really use the arms straight. Use those legs. And as you get better, as you can see, I was already ready to do the dynamic push press as you're here. Now, you can go with a more speed way, passing it back and forth, or you can work on that explosive strength and really push it out. Catch. So when you're doing the dynamic push press side to side, you have to realize that sometimes it's not going to land where you want it to land. So you have to be light on your feet to be ready to catch it. Or if you just can't catch it, just get out of the way, move out of the way. It's not worth getting knocked out or getting cut up by it. As long as I've been doing this exercise, that's never happened to me or a partner that I've worked with. So as it moves, sometimes it may go too far. I move. I move. Move. When it comes down, be ready to embrace the impact. Don't just catch it. No. When it comes, be ready to pull. Just like that. All right. So, I don't have a partner today, but I'll show you the clip of the partner push press. And it's the same way. Now you have to use more explosiveness to get the bar from here all the way to your partner. And the most important thing is this. Nobody's ever been hurt doing this. You gotta catch it right here. You gotta understand where to put your hands at. As long as you know where to put your hands at, you'll be fine. When you push out, push toward it. Just like that, they'll catch and bring it back, as I'll show you in the video. Things that you don't do, where people make a lot of mistakes, is this. They're this far back to press it. Don't do that, that's wrong. It's wrong because it puts too much pressure on your shoulders. People push it out here. I don't even want to do it because that's another thing that will tear your shoulder. Feet together when you're trying to push. You want to have a balanced stance in everything you do. So the dynamic push press. Now, one thing, the muscles it works is just everywhere, total body. You get your chest, your triceps, just the basic, I would say in the basic form. As you push out, get the abs working, the serratus anterior working. When you come back, like I said, back, get those legs working. When you do this the next day, you're gonna be like, oh, would I work my legs? How do I work my legs? If you're doing it properly, you're working your legs too.